Okay, let's talk about those rapidly intensifying wildfires in California, which continue for a third straight day. Containment is still in the single digits despite the around-the-clock water drops. On-the-ground battles against what crews describe as walls of fire. What began as just a brush fire has now, in just 5 acres in size, has now destroyed some 4,000 acres and counting. CBS News correspondent Carter Evans is live in Malibu this morning covering the very latest for us, and he joins me now to talk about it. So what's the progress being made there, Carter?
Well, we're waiting for an update from fire commanders, but I can tell you right now, there are no flames in sight. There is no plume of smoke, so that's really good news. You can see behind me, this is one of the structures that burned. This was actually a little guest house. If you look back there, you can see the TV on the wall. It gives you an idea of what some people are going to be coming back to, and that's probably what they're going to be talking about now is when to let these evacuees back. That could happen as soon as tomorrow.
We're also hearing how some folks in Hollywood have been affected by this. And by Hollywood, I mean the Hollywood community, movie stars and famous people.
Yeah. A lot of famous people live in Malibu. A lot of pricey homes here. I was looking down at an estate over there, and my producer was saying that used to belong to Kelsey Grammer, not anymore. But Dick Van Dyke is one of the neighbors right down there. He's been evacuated. Cher lives right down Pacific Coast Highway. They've been evacuated. So gives you an idea of just the celebrity that's living here. I mean, the homes are really expensive where we are. The home here, which is not damaged, fortunately, worth about $4 million. I was looking at that estate down there on Zillow, worth about $20 million. So these are very expensive homes up here.
So for an East Coaster like myself, Carter, who struggles to sort of get a lay of the land out there in California, especially Southern California, has Malibu not ever been affected by a fire of this size? Because you do have all these movie stars living there. And if I'm me, I'm thinking, why would I want to buy a house which is susceptible to a big fire?
Gosh, I wish we could. We're not set up to turn the camera around, but what I'm looking at is a breathtaking ocean view, and that's why people live here. It is a fire-prone area, extremely fire-prone. About 6 years ago, they had the Woolsey fire that raced through here. It burned about 400 structures. So this is a very fire-prone area, and I don't know if it's something that a lot of people think about when they're moving into an area like this. They're looking at the view, they're looking at the beautiful homes, things like that. Once they get in here, they start getting letters in the mail from the fire department reminding you about brush clearance laws and things like that. You have to clear the brush around your home so that it's less likely to catch your home on fire, and it makes it more defensible space, easy for firefighters to fight. But this is definitely a wildfire-prone area.
Carter Evans with that important context for those of us who don't live in California. Appreciate it as always, my friend. Thank you. All right, let's bring in CBS News Philadelphia meteorologist Grant Gilmore with the first look at the national forecast. Hi, Grant.
It's a fascinating conversation, Vlad, just getting an idea of the lay of the land out there because, out there, conditions can change very quickly because of the mountains to the east and on all the interactions with the valley as that air comes in off of the mountains, the Santa Ana winds really fueling those fires earlier this week. A change in the pattern has really changed the conditions, giving incredible improvement to portions of Southern California. In fact, green on the radar means there's got to be some moisture out there. In fact, a lot more moisture. Now, we're not going to get a ton of rain in L.A., but about a 30 to 40% chance for some light showers as we see the tail end of several rounds of systems that will bring rounds of rain to the West Coast. So rain in the lower elevations, snow in the higher elevations, and we're going to see several rounds of that as we make our way through the rest of the week and into the weekend. Meanwhile, pleasant conditions continue across the plains, but that Arctic air is fueling more lake effect snow in the Great Lakes. We'll talk about that here, Vlad, in just a little bit. But good to see some improvement over on the West Coast.
Yeah, really much needed improvement. Grant, thank you very much.